There I am. Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you for joining me today, this evening, this morning, wherever you are in the world. Massive love, massive hug to you. I just want to give you like a really big, tight squeeze. So everybody hug yourself. Just put your arms around yourself right now. Because goodness knows, everybody just needs a really, really big hug. Right? Hold yourself. Close your eyes and just melt for a moment and just feel your body being held. All those parts of you that need to be squeezed and acknowledged and held and loved. Breathe into your whole body so that you can receive the holding, receive the love. Any parts of you that have been feeling weary or tired or emotional or like giving up or whatever, broken, some of you really going through it in the last week, just open the doors, invite your breath into those places. Let your breath hold you and hug you on the inside, right? And half of it, in fact, maybe more than half, maybe all of it, is you being in a place that you can receive. Not being in our heads, not pushing it away, not closing off, but just saying, okay, open the doors, open the windows. Let the love in, let the breath in. Feel your own beautiful arms holding you and hugging you. And I know our bodies are separate, but we're all made of the same stuff and we all feel in a very similar way. And perhaps when you're holding yourself, you can just allow yourself mentally and emotionally and spiritually to feel hugged by everyone else in this space right now, just holding you and hugging you. Whether you're watching live, thanks for joining me live, guys, or whether you're watching on replay. We're all doing this together. Breathe it in. Take it in. Oh, we just need a hug, right? Any parts of your body that need a little rub, a little squeeze in the tummy, a little rub of the heart, even a pat on the back. Well done, me. A stroke of the head. It's so cute. It's adorable. You're adorable. Just give yourself some love. Just give yourself a little stroke. Little face. There you are. There you are. Beautiful you. Mwah. I love you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. Thanks for incarnating on the planet to be in this time right now. Thanks for still being here. Thanks for landing. Thanks for your spirit landing like a little parachute jumper, whee, and landing into your incredible, miraculous temple of a human body and human energy field. Bam, there you are. Your spirit landed. Now, really what's important is every single one of us being landed in our feet, in our base centers, in our bottoms, like fully in. You don't want to be like, half out of your body or dangling by a thread somewhere up there like a helium balloon trying to escape everything. Because trust me, that used to be me, and it just makes everything 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times worse, because then you become ineffective. It's then everything kind of just slips past you and it feels powerless to be in that position. So the most powerful position for you to be in, and this is why I really encourage the squeezing of the body, the rubbing of the body, the hello me, the welcome here me, thank you for being here me, is to enable myself to go, okay, I am welcome here. My spirit is welcome here into this body. My spirit is welcome here into this world, into this earth. And if there's no one else that was there to catch you and pull you in or create a safe landing space for you when you were born or when you were growing up, protected, safe landing space where you could just land innocently, grow into your body, start to get the gist of things, start to grow into your power. If nobody else was there for you because they didn't know how to do it, which is pretty much everybody, okay? Right? Pretty much nobody, when you were born, really knew how to hold that safe, sacred, protected, unconditionally loving landing space for you. So now this is where it's your job to be that unconditional, safe, loving, holding, acknowledging, validating landing space for yourself. Be the landing space. Say, come on me, come on in. I love you. You're welcome here. And land yourself fully, fully, fully into this body. Because we are birthing, people. We are birthing. And in fact, in some ways, in the last few days, the way I've been looking at it is like, actually, we're birthed. And it's tender days. It's touch and go. It's those tender first few hours or moments or weeks, depending on which spectrum you're in, or time zone or timeline. But it can feel super, super delicate. And so in this new birthing, it's like coming through a portal or coming through the birth canal is harder when your little baby body is abandoned by the spirit, because the spirit is going, I am not going through that. Or the little baby body is in pain and the spirit steps out. And the little baby body is in pain because the mummy body is in pain. And the mummy body is in pain because the world is in pain. And she hasn't learned how to land her own self and how to heal herself. That's many, many, many of our mothers and our grandmothers and our ancestors before us. And the masculines, the men, the fathers, the dads, the authorities didn't know how, or have made a real pig's ear of holding the safe birthing space for your mother so that you could come in feeling safe, held, loved, protected. Okay, so, and not that I'm just saying it's the dad's job, it's the mother's job, it's everyone's job, right? It's the community's job, the family's job. Most people were clueless. So this is where you now could be, highly likely to be, reenacting your birth trauma, because we're birthing a new earth. And what does that mean? It means this is a time where human beings, more than ever, are finally either landing into their bodies, landing into this third dimensional. It's actually not third dimensional anymore. Earth is now fully in fifth dimension. She is really birthed into her calibration of the fifth density energy. Fifth density energy is unconditional love. It's who she was always meant to be. It's who she has always been. But the volume, the vibrational volume button was turned down so that we could experience, our human ancestors and us, we could experience what it meant to be in a third dimensional body, experiencing low dense frequencies so that we would forget who we truly are, so that we had a feeling and a reality of apparent separation from one another, from source, from the mother, from creator, from God, from everything. Third dimensional energy needed, it's like turning the volume down and then having the bass tones in. And we can forget about where we came from and who we are. But as Earth has been very, very kindly, very graciously, gradually turning her volume up, bringing us slowly up through the levels of frequency and vibration, from third density to forgetfulness to ignorance to suffering from, total unconsciousness, gradually raising the volume. It means that we then are having these shifts. And I know some of you might be saying, well, it doesn't feel gentle, it feels full on and intense. Well, that's according to how we ride the waves. I really want you to understand, it's not that it's Earth doing it to you, or God doing it to you, or life doing it to you, or even the world. We can't anymore blame the drama on the stage of this world and blame other people who are still in the unconsciousness, still in the conditioning, still in those lower vibrations, because they have no idea how to transit out, or they're holding on so tightly to the old world because they've forgotten so much of anything else beyond that they're grasping on for dear life. And some of them are just saying, you know what, I give up, I'm going to go, I'm not going to be here. And there's lots of ways out these days. And in fact, there's been offered a massive platter recently in recent history of all the different ways that human beings can check out, and it can seem above board, you know, because we've chosen that route. Take a deep breath. Some of you know what I'm talking about without me having to say it. Okay. The last year's conditions, lots of ways out. We can say, oh, it was because of this and because of that. And everyone says, yeah, that was why it was. Really, it's because the soul is saying, I am not ready to let go of what I've been so heavily programmed and conditioned into, that this is all my awareness lets me believe that is real and is reality. And as that is changing, as that has been expanding with Gaia's vibration being turned up, they're just going, nope, can't deal with this. It's too much. And they shut down and they just actually sod off instead. Just goes, too much. So one way or other, they find their way out. And so if we are looking at this, and you're looking at this, or you know people who are looking at this drama going, oh my God, this is really scary, really unnerving and unsettling. There's no stability here. And we're looking at that situation, interacting with it, reacting to it, and then blaming the world for how we feel, that we're feeling like we're really going through it. Or maybe it's just one person. Maybe it's your parent or your lover or your child or something, or the government. You know, you're blaming just one thing. It's like, really? That's because somehow you've got a latch on. That's your kind of subconscious latch on to the old world that says, I'm not fully ready to let this go. I'm not fully ready to come into my fifth density. I'm not fully ready to come into my full consciousness. So I'm going to use this as an excuse to latch on without realizing. I'm not saying that you're doing this consciously. You're going to latch on and say, okay, but I'm having a hard time because of this, and this. So take that in. What needs to happen here? It's that resistance. It's that resistance that says, I really want to go into fifth density. I really want the new world. I really want the expansion. I really want the love, the new earth, the freedom, the sovereignty, and back to normal, my old life back, or a new life, a new start. I want to be more this time. It's my time, right? We want to say that. I want unity. I want co-creation. I want quantum field creation, like I was talking about last week. But this little part of me is freaking out, saying I'm not quite ready. So I'm going to keep being latched in to stuff that's going on or seems to be going on around me, and then reacting to it and having a hard time basically birthing. It's like meeting your labor waves. So when a mother is in labor, you get the energy rushes. It's like, and it's overwhelming, and it's designed to overwhelm you when you're the mother doing it. It's designed, it's created that way, like an orgasm, to completely overwhelm you, so that you let go, so that you open, so that you can fall back that little bit more into trust, into that sublime surrender. And not doing that is going to cause pain, is going to cause panic, is going to cause contraction, is going to cause, issues. And instead of just kind of going, okay, this is a birthing contraction, And it's like that baby, we know the baby has to leave the womb. It's got a limited time inside the womb, and that time has to come to an end when that baby is ready to be born, to come through the birth canal, right? That time where it really needs a lot of protection and a lot of consciousness, and come into a seemingly new world, a world that little baby you has never seen before. And it's big and it's bright and it could be really overwhelming, and you might be trying to climb back up the birth canal and go, no, I'm not ready. Or you might just be saying, you know, this cord that I've got attached to the placenta inside of my old world, inside of that womb, that even though I've outgrown it and it's too cramped for me, and actually I'm ready for something else, actually it's cozy and familiar and I'm scared of letting go. Right? And you've got that cord that attaches you to that old world. And it takes a great deal of trust. It takes a great deal of surrender, but not beyond what you're capable of doing, and not nowhere near beyond your limits of what you can actually surrender to. Okay, it's a birthing, it's a rite of passage for you to come into a whole new reality. So just as it is when you're being born into your body, this is how it is for us transiting through this time right now. So all of these waves that we're experiencing as Mother Earth has been birthing us, these incredible rushes and waves of labor where the body of the mother is pushing us, she's expanding, she's birthing, right? The mother is birthing, and we are very incredibly and miraculously being moved through a tunnel, effectively, through a portal, right? Through an incredible rite of passage, an initiation to come out the other side. And it's time. We've been cooked in the third dimension long enough. We've been cooked in the womb, the quiet, dark holding space of the mother, where there's not a lot of light. There's no direct connection to the sun. There's no direct connection to the earth. We can't see our mother and our father. We can't see anything. We're just in this little space, and we've outgrown it. And the mother is now saying, come on, little one, time to come out. This is the world that's been waiting for you. And it has always been so. I've prepared this a long time ago for you. It's perfect and beautiful in every way. It's ready for you, and you're now ready for it. There's a match. You're ready for it. It's ready for you. Hence this time now where you decided to not just be born into your body ahead of time, but that you're ready now for this birthing. And so we've really come through a lot of labor waves. And I'm not going to say, I mean, everybody has their own duration of labor. So I'm not going to say, oh, it's over for you, because I don't know what your personal journey is. But even after that birthing, then it's like, okay, here's that tender new time. And what's needed? So as I'm talking about birth, you might be going, well, what's this got to do with life right now, Tara, with what I'm seeing out of my windows or seeing on my screens? Because literally that's all we're seeing is screen, is glass. I watched a Edward Snowden video the other day, and he gave a 10-minute talk about this, and he was like, we are all staring at screens, whether it's staring at the window because we're in our houses, or staring at screens trying to get connection. And it's killing people. It literally is. So what we're seeing looks awful. And it's designed that way. It's designed that way to keep you in your tiny little bubble. And they literally use this word, in your bubble. Stay in your bubble. Stay in your little womb bubble. Stay in third dimension. Don't leave, because some people have got so attached to that third dimensional bubble because they've managed to get control, or they've managed to feel somehow like a god, or a guru, or somebody who's mastered that arena and thinks that that is all there is. Right? I'm controlling this world. And you might think, looking out, I've got no control. How can I be free? How can I move around? How can I go and see my friends? How can I, fill in the blank, go to work, do what you used to do? My friends, you're not going to do what you used to do. That was the old world. That was the womb. You've left the womb. You're no longer in the womb. And if you're just looking back, thinking that you're still in it, you're not. Let me just tell you right now, you are not. You're either in the birth canal, afraid to let go of that umbilical cord, afraid to let yourself completely surrender and let the mother birth you, or you're on the other side, like this little tender newborn baby going, oh my God, where's my space? Where's my safe space? Where's my landing zone? Where's my welcome party? And maybe a little bit traumatized from your birth. And like I said, what you may be experiencing now is like the repercussions of your own birth trauma that happened when you were physically born into this body, because now you're not just birthing into your body, you're not just birthing a baby into the world as you're birthing your entire spirit, your whole soul into your body now. That's what's happening. Your full self, not your third dimensional limited little womb self, everything else that is you. And so what's needed for you to birth? What's needed is for you to soften, right? Keep everything nice and soft, because then when you're soft, you can be expanded. And when you're expanded, you're creating more of a conducive vessel for receiving, right? The bigger the bowl, the bigger the amount of food. The bigger the glass, the more water you can receive. So you are the vessel. You can be a tight, constricted, scared one and feel like you're not getting very much and really find it hard to move through these phases, or you can surrender, open, 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 soften, soften. And as you do so, you take that incredible, it's that initiation again, that birthing into trust, birthing into the new world. It's all here for you. It's all here for you. Right? And it's like, open your eyes and see. Not what your eyes are used to seeing from the old world, and not what your mind is telling you that you want to be seeing, like I want to see this and this and this happening, because you're just going to get stuck there. But open your eyes and see what's really happening. And what's really happening is, wow, something else is going on here. We're in a new territory. We're in a new space. Mother Earth is really in this beautiful 5D calibrated vibration. And what I'm feeling massively is this split, although not split as in painful, but more like a split from womb to baby to new earth. That kind of separation. Although the separation by the mother is gentle, she doesn't just cut you off and say, that's it, done, goodbye. It's like, I suppose it would be a bit like the kind of births I had with my sons. It's called a Lotus birth. It's really, really beautiful. Go check out Lotus birth if you're a mother or a parent and you want to birth a child. It's absolutely beautiful, because what happens is the baby's placenta is allowed to come out after the baby with the cord still intact. So the baby and the placenta are not immediately harshly cut, harsh separation into the cold world. What happens is that cord to the mother and the placenta that's still in the old world, the womb, it's got its own time to come out. Usually takes about an hour or so, and that comes out with the baby. So baby, cord, placenta. That gets rinsed and cleaned really gently and lovingly and carefully, and can also be prepared and wrapped and kept with the baby. And I did this with my son. And I kept that placenta so that it wasn't like, that's it, goodbye. Or nothing was cut or taken away from the mother, from me either. It was a very gentle process and very conscious process. And that placenta was kept with my baby for about 3 or 4 days until it all started to break apart and was no longer needed. It all dried up. And then it was cut and taken off him because he no longer needed it. It all dried up. So I feel my knowledge of Mother and how I'm experiencing Mother Earth's energy right now is like, she is never going to cut off to a bunch of people and say, you know, you are still in third dimensional consciousness. You're still attached to the old. You're still squabbling and fighting and thinking that you're stuck and thinking that you've got control and thinking that you're helpless and whatever. Goodbye, I'm going to abandon you. She's never going to do that, right? There's always going to be that lifeline there for her children, always. But for those of us now who are on the other side, and we've kind of come through that birth canal or coming through it and being in this new world and seeing, there's been a shift. I'm no longer here, I'm here. So that's what I mean by the separation. There's this beautiful transitioning away from what was and what is. And it still seems very much that they exist in the same time and space. And they kind of do. You know, I can still see what's going on in the media. That still seems to be existing, as well as what I'm experiencing now is existing. But I want to just reassure you, or I want to encourage you to feel into this yourself. What if it's true? What if this beautiful lotus birth kind of separation is happening? And it's being done really graciously and gently and kindly, so that our letting go process is just sweet. And the more we trust and let go, the more we open our eyes to the new world, the more we feel the extra dimensionalness of it, the extra tangibility of the atoms and the frequencies and the energies and the spirits and the elementals and our enhanced senses that are really coming online now, our enhanced intuition, our enhanced awareness, our enhanced super connectivity between us, the quantum field creation that is so available to us right now, the range of colors that's available to us right now, beyond the teeny weeny little spectrum of visible light that we had in third dimension. The visible light spectrum is much, much bigger. And so our so what else could you say? Manifesting abilities. We're more interactive with the super substance, with the mother, with matter, quantum matter, and having a conscious relationship. This is how the field of love works. This is how fifth dimension works and beyond. And it's like I guess a platform, for want of a better word, to other spectrums that are available in harmony with this frequency, right? So it's a very grounding, very earthly experience being in 5D, and it needs to be you in your body, in your power, in your base center, being fully with you, fully embodying you. That way you are so in your power, you're so able to receive the knowledge that comes even inside your breath. Did you know how much knowledge and wisdom there is inside of your breath? How much knowledge and wisdom there is at your fingertips when you touch something. You can receive the knowledge. You can hear it in the different frequencies. It's incredible. So practice doing this, being in that vibration, being in your you, in your me energy, just receiving this. And know and trust that the mother still has those that need her until every last person is out, one way or another. And as we know, when babies are born, not all lives make it in this lifetime. Some of them get recycled, their little bodies get recycled, and they come back round, and they're the next generation of children from the mother. And they come back round next time. So can we just trust this process of life and birth and death? Allow the mother to take care of it. Allow Mother Earth in her frequency that she's got all of this covered. Just like a mother, when you're starting to have a baby and you get pregnant, you start planning everything. You get everything ready, you know, everything that's ready for that baby environment. Mother Earth has done that spectacularly well in a co-creation and collaboration with the rest of the universe, with the the divine masculine, Father God, the stars, the sun, everything is in divine union with her to support this new life coming from this planet. And that's you, my beloved. That's us. And it's such an incredibly quantum experience. It's so, I keep using that word because it's the closest one I can find to describe how I taste it on my tongue and how I smell it and how I experience it. It's like a full sensory indulgence of potential for what is here for you as a gift. So this is everything that's waiting right now. It's just like a picnic basket, just waiting for you to open it all and let Mother Earth take care of the old world. Let everyone figure out, you know, whether they're going to get the thing in their arm or they're not going to get the thing in their arm. Let everyone figure out if they're going to, you know, trust certain people and do certain things or not. You know, you can always call from the other side and say, hey, it's really nice over here, come on. And not have to do any pushing or pulling because that's stressful on you. And I really feel like if there's any message here for you, it's like, please don't do that. It's like everything in my body, everything. I was connecting to Divine Feminine Mother Earth before I started this video tonight. And she was just like, oh, just that big love, that big hug all around you. I've got you. It's totally wonderful. Don't worry about anything else. Let me deal with that. Okay, so trust the mother. So I could keep going, but I feel like I've delivered that message. So what I'm up to, if you want to co-create with me, and I know that all of you do, otherwise you wouldn't be here listening, is something to engage your talent, something to really build practically as well. I mean, it's all practical, really. What could be more practical than receiving a breath and feeling love? That's the most practical. But also there are other things that you can do. There are other ways that we can really build and create and co-create and relate and commune together and shape things, shape our reality, shape our communities, shape our tribes and our families and the way that we interact with one another. And like a newborn baby, there's a lot to learn. You made it through, but for a lot of people, there's still so much learning to do. And luckily, I've been around this block 1,000 times over, literally lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, doing pretty much the same thing that I've been doing in this lifetime, which is midwifing that birth process from one state of being or consciousness to another state of being and another state of consciousness. And I always get given tools, and this lifetime I've been given, well, lots of tools actually, but the one thread that I keep coming back to again and again, it's like that one thread that will take you from where you don't want to be, from what's causing you pain, to where you do want to be and what feels ecstatic and joyful and expansive and blissful and creative and amazing. There's that beautiful thread, and it's called self-love. It's called unconditional, without condition, without attachment, without judgment, uncensored, totally free self-love. And so I've been creating. I love creating. I'm an artist and a creator at heart, really. And so I've been creating and creating, and I've been going back to the drawing board and tweaking and then adjusting and then tweaking and shaping and sculpting and listening to all of you. And I'm not going to stop talking about this in a hurry. I feel like this is something that's going to, it already has legs. It's been running for a while. And I feel like it's going to have real longevity long into the future. And it's like raising something, creating it, and then letting it go into the crowds and into the people and into the world. So that's what I've been doing with the I Love You Me method for a long time. But the best thing that I can think of that everybody needs right now is the daily, step-by-step, weekly hand-holding journey. how to learn, and not learn by, oh, I'm going to tell you and I'm going to program it into your head like with experience. That's not nice. It doesn't work. But by being gently, beautifully, lightly guided, so that you are learning to do it for yourself. You're learning to walk on your own 2 feet whilst being held. You're learning the rhythm, the patterns, the ways, the means, the methods, the words, the breath, the communion with your own soul in using the I Love You Me method. And I've packaged it in something really simple called Self-Love Club. And I just feel like this is just, it's just like giving a diamond. It's just like so amazing. And because of what's possible, and trust me, everything that comes through me to create, I don't sit there with my mind going, oh, how can I? It comes through, and it's like a gift that I'm given first, and then it washes through me, and then it's being given to you, and I get to sculpt something, and it's kind of, and I get support and help to do that as well. So it just feels like this is a gift that's from me, but it's also not from me. It's direct from the mother. It's direct from source. It's direct from love, saying, look, you need self-love, and this is everything you need. This is the food package. This is the care package that you need for your birthing, in duration, in transit, and it's the care package you need for when you're born. And you're like, okay, how do I love myself? How do I exist in a world of love? What are the rules? How does this work? What does love really, unconditional love really look like, taste like, feel like, touch like, smell like? How does unconditional love get shared and experienced in this human body? Because in the old world, we didn't know. We didn't see it very much. In this world, it's everything. Love is the reality. And so it's like that little care package, that catch-up plan that says, okay, this is what self-love is. And not that I'm programming you of how to do it, completely the opposite. I'm saying, here, try this, try that, this works, try that. And you do the journey yourself, but you're not doing it alone, because everyone's doing it together. And there's lots of really cool little things built in to give you the extra support, the extra confidence, the extra stability. There's a journey that unfolds week by week by week, really gently. And the more you breathe and the more you surrender, the easier it becomes and the less triggered you will become. But it essentially cleans out all that old programming, all that old gunk of the old world will be unprogrammed from you. It's like taking all the bugs out of your system so that you're now in full, beautiful 5D unconditional love vibration. Let's just do this. Yes. And then what's really amazing and wonderful is that it's all done together. It's part of a club. You're not alone. You're surrounded, and it's amazing. And another thing that's super amazing is part of New Earth is prosperity. There is no lack in love. Love has no such thing as lack. It doesn't know lack. Lack is something of the old world. It's a misconception. It's a missingness of something. But in love, nothing's missing. So in love, there is prosperity. In love, there is abundance. In love, there is wealth, true wealth, not money grabbing, dirty money wealth, not, fool everybody and trick everybody wealth, but, and needy, you know what I mean, needy, lack wealth. In love, there is such wealth as there is enough to go around for everyone. It's prolific. It just keeps coming. Like the magic porridge pot, it just keeps giving, 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 giving. And everybody's got enough porridge. And Self-Love Club is like that. For prosperity, it's like that for everything. But love is like that. Love is just an infinite well of wellness. Infinite well of prosperity. And I Love You Me Self-Love Club is exactly the same. So if you want to fill a small bowl, then you can fill a small bowl. If you want to fill a nice medium bowl, comfortable medium bowl, and that's enough for you, fill a medium bowl. If you want a huge, big, family-sized bowl, bring it. You can fill that too. I'm talking about wealth. I'm talking about prosperity. And if you want truckloads, because you're the kind of person that if you had a truckload of something, you would make sure you and yours had enough, more than enough, and then you'd go and give it to other people that didn't know how to get it for themselves. So if you want truckloads of prosperity and wealth and abundance inside Self-Love Club, then you can also do that, because I've built in this mechanism that allows you to share it, to serve others, spread the self-love, spread the how to unconditionally love yourself and come home to the truth, and help people fill their bowls too. So the more people you share it with, the more we spread love, and the more opportunity that they have for filling their bowls too. It's just, to be honest, it's just genius. I just think it's brilliant. And it's not like I created that whole theory of how to do it. I didn't. But now that I'm using it, I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. So if you want to fill your bowls, if you want to be prosperous, which of course you do, you need to, it's an absolute must in the new earth. We're here to create, and you need some bricks to build with and create with. You need sustenance, you need prosperity, and lack to be a thing of the past, which it is in unconditional self-love. So I'm really encouraging you to come join in, participate, partake, enjoy the Self-Love Club, share the Self-Love Club, make everyone prosper, and you prosper yourself inside Self-Love Club. And what I'd love you to do, guys, I had this really fun idea. I'd really love you to, and I put out a post a couple of weeks ago, and a few of you did it. So if you did it, thank you so much. But what I'd really love you to do is join me in a really fun little thing. I want to make a little video, and I'd really, really, really love you to join me in, you just need to do something really simple that takes 3 seconds. Okay. And I'm going to put all of this together into one big video, and we can all share it. So what I'd love you to do is just get your phone like this and put on your video record setting, press record, and just say into your phone, I love you, me. Or you can do it with your eyes closed. I love you, me. Or you can hug yourself. I love you, me. You can just say it however it feels right. You can say it once. You can say it 5 times, 10 times. I don't mind. Just as long as you say it at least once. Press stop and send it to me, because I'm going to put all of you together, all of you saying I love you, me together. And my friend who's brilliant with videos is going to help me, and we're going to put it together and make a really, really, really beautiful video. And I just really want to hear that going out into the world. I love you, me. I love you, me. I love you, me. I love you, me. These different people's voices saying I love you, me. And I just thought that would be super, super cool. And if you want to do it, please send it to me. I've put the email address either at the top or the bottom, whichever platform you're watching right now, but essentially to admin@taraloveperry.com. That's my business email address. Love you to send it to me there, and I'll put it together. And that's it. And if you want to join Self-Love, I mean, to be honest, you can't really lose anything. It's super, 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 super cheap to join. I'm literally not charging very much money at all. It's like, it's conducive. Let's just say that. It's a small amount that goes a really, really, really long way. And that small amount also has this magnification effect that helps lots and lots of other people. So it's very, I think it's super clever. I love it. It's making me super happy. So, and if you decide it's not for you and you do a month of it and you go, actually, Tara, this is not really what I want, then all you have to do is send me an email and I will cancel you and I will give you a refund if it's within the first 30 days. So really, you've got nothing to lose. I just want you to go and try it and go and share it. And I know that this is going to be massive, because I was really guided to do this. And the launch of it actually happened last January, before everything else went a little bit crazy. And I tested it and trialed it, and people have used it and having profound and powerful effects, even just from week 1, which is really beautiful. And thank you all of you that have sent me those testimonials. I get them almost every single day from people. And then, so I know this works. And now it's totally ready. It's got this additional prosperity aspect to it that's just going to create incredible ripples out into the world. And that's the world that I see. So just join me for a second, if you will. Just feeling, knowing, with all of your senses, that world that you and I are now fully in is a world of the mother, the divine feminine mother. She's wrapped around you. The world of brilliance and light, unconditional love. The world where the divine masculine is a radiant source of light and protection and warmth. Beautiful, no judgment, no dogma needed. Nobody else's filling of your head telling you what God is. You don't need that. You can just experience it. You can just be in it and be loved. You can let everything go. All the baggage that you tried to bring with you, just let it go. You're no one's puppet. You're under nobody's control except love. That's what's guiding you. That's what's steering you. That's what's breathing you. That's what's beating your heart. That's what's pumping your blood through your veins. That's what's offering you your senses to experience the incredible, the mind-blowing, the new level, the beautiful new earth. And in that space, everyone you meet is your brother and sister. Everyone you meet is your soul family. And that you don't need to be scared about anything, really nothing. It's there for you to create, and there's more than enough for everyone. Some of you, we just need to retrain ourselves to go and actually be able to see prosperity when we see it, and to love ourselves enough to receive it and not come up with the same old excuses that used to work in the old world that kept us poor and in lack. All right, all of that goes. No lack, no poverty, in love. Welcome to the new earth, brothers and sisters, family. I love you. I hope you've enjoyed. I haven't really checked in with any of you very much during this. I haven't checked in with you at all, to be honest, looking at your comments as you're posting them. But yeah, that just came through. I didn't know what I was going to talk about tonight. That just came through. And so from my heart to your heart, with absolute unconditional love. And I will see you next time.